coincidentally enough, this is take 3, so hopefully the third time's the charm. Right now it's not telling me how long I have to record, it's just telling me how long I am recording. So, I don't know, hopefully I have enough room to actually record a video. If something goes wrong, you'll know why. I'm gonna screen snap this, actually. Screen snapped it, just in case I need proof, and I'll screen snap what it normally does later. So, we're doing a sleepover right now, it's like 3 o'clock. This is to make up, well, for me, it's to make up for me, not being at the last one, I guess. I mean, they didn't really think about that, but to me, that's what this is to me, so. Without getting into personal stuff, we figured out who would win between Goku and Superman. It really depends, because Death Battle hasn't taken into account Superman's weakness to magic. So that sword from Dragon Ball Z Kai would totally wreck him, because Goku was just kind of throwing that sword around, you know? And it is a magic sword. They explicitly stated that. I'm pretty... Okay, don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure. I was just watching that episode. I mean, it's been like 2 weeks. I actually haven't watched the episode where he actually picks up the sword. I've watched clips of that episode. But I have watched the episode where they introduced the sword. And the sword's magic, so it can just mess Superman up. Like, it doesn't even need to be, like, added, like, super strength, because magic just negates Superman's powers. It doesn't disable them, but, magic does whatever it needs to do, I guess. If I'll say it, I'll explain it like that. That's a really bad way of explaining it, I really apologize. But, magic, so, let's say... Are you hearing it too? It's actually kind of freaking me out. So, in this instance, just putting a little charm on the sword would probably do the trick. Like, you don't even need to enhance the strength. It does whatever you need it to do, really. That's a really bad way of explaining it. I can't think... If you like Superman and you like, Dragon Ball, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, I swear. I swear. Or, you know, if you research it, I did extensive research. My Google history is fed up with, like, is Goku ever done any magic super moves or something, you know? So it's, like, I will screen snap my Google history as soon as I figure out how to access it. Dude, it is tight. And I'll put it in one of those mini vids. But, let's see. So I did a lot of research on this. No paperwork, no script, but it's on the top of my head. If I'm wrong about anything, I'll do the research again, and I'll be like, aha, I'm not wrong about this. Or I'll just come clean and admit that I'm wrong or something. But let's see. Goku's power pole is described as magic in canon. I don't think in canon they explicitly state that it's magic, but it is described as magic. So that can also beat Superman. It's not just gonna, like, rip through him, but it's going to do whatever it's needed. If it needs to, it will break a rib. There's still some logic to whatever it needs to do. It's not just going to turn into a sword. And let's see, me and my friend were doing a debate. We've been, like, spouting this stuff off for, like, over 2 hours. We started at 12, and now it's 2 o'clock, so we're really trying to figure... I started reading comic books again to figure out what to do about this whole situation. I don't have any comic books that would help me. So I just started Googling. Debate, reading sentence through sentence. Enough about that stuff, though. But we were debating who would win across all the different forms. Smallville Superman, the Tom Welling one, if you guys don't know. Kid Goku is what they call it. That's not a good name. I would have called it Young Goku. But we'll figure this out. The Flying Nimbus is magic, we believe. Is that normal screaming? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I think normal is screaming. Wait, it's not... I'm pretty sure normal is not its name, but that's what we call it. Normal, it's a black cat that will not stop screaming, so we call it normal. Just like how Garfield thinks that Normal does not like to stop talking. We're going off Garfield stuff now. Anyways. But, so, Flying Nimbus would also counteract Superman. Now, inherently alone, I don't think Flying Nimbus would do much. Because it's a cloud. But let's say... This is really stretching what Flying Nimbus can do, I think. If Goku were to wear Nimbus as an armor, if that's even possible, then just punching Superman would act as if Goku was punching Superman. But, like, Superman was human. However, it is blatantly obvious if Superman or Goku was wearing Flying Nimbus armor, which isn't a thing, but if it were a thing, him doing the Kamehameha would not damage Superman one bit. Someone who understands what I'm saying should animate this video because, like, I can't explain this for the life of me. I keep saying, I'm sorry. So, Goku would just, like, annihilate Superman in certain circumstances. And that giant sword from, Dragon Ball Z Kai, or Dragon Ball Z Kai, the final chapters, depending on where you're watching the show at, would wreck Superman. Superman can't do anything against that. It would counteract his skin, because magic will neutralize all his powers. That sword could also probably deflect his laser vision, or at the very least block it and stop it from being a threat. Because Superman, everything he does is weakened by that. Goku could... Look, see, this is where it gets stretched. On Wikipedia, if you type in who would win, Goku or Superman, it says Superman was stopped by a supernova, but that's very inconsistent because the sun gives him power. So even if the sun were to explode, which is a supernova, why would that stun him? It would give him more power, right? So that is out of the question. That Wikipedia guy is wrong. I'm not here to debate on who's right or who's wrong. He's just wrong. That's like I appreciate what he's doing for trying. I'm just pointing out he's wrong. No offense to anyone here. But that doesn't make any sense. And even if that did happen, that would be inconsistency on the part of DC Comics. So we're not gonna count that. It's like counting. Let's just not get into it. Really, I'm already kind of confused a little bit. But, so Superman, we think that, like, Superboy, as he was called when he was a little kid, not to be confused with Con-El or Mon-El, but Kal-El Superboy, from the 60s, I think, 60s or 70s, or even 50s, probably, it's like a flashback series, I think. When he was a Superboy, I think that version would have had his butt handed to him by by Kid Goku. Like, not fresh out of the pod Kid Goku, or not even, like, just teen Goku. Like, somewhere in between, King Piccolo, or... there's a spoiler tag on this video, so if you guys are just kind of fed up, please, gave you a warning. None of this stuff is recent, though, so I don't even have to put the spoiler tab on there. Just saying. Or spoiler warning. Just saying. But let's see. Kid Goku would be annihilated, because... no, Kid Goku would annihilate because he's just stronger. Like, even if the super strength or all these powers are a factor, because he didn't have as many powers back then, and he definitely didn't know how to use them properly. So either they'd be out of control and would wreck Kid Goku, or they'd be out of control and Kid Goku would take advantage of that. That's just simple fact. And we're not counting fusions, but if we were counting fusions, let's see. So Vegeta would not be able to go and fight them beforehand. But if Vegeta were just to pop in, fuse, and then when the fusion is over, pop out, we can count that. I guess that's as far as I'm reaching. But in the debate we had, that wasn't a factor. If they were using Vegito, I think is, or no, it's Gogeta. Whatever the one that has the earrings, I think that's Gogeta. If we were using that one, those are magic earrings, entirely independent of the dance. Which, by the way, I know how to do that dance, but we're not going to get into that. The fact is that those are magic earrings, so anything Gogeta would do would completely... by the way, if I'm wrong about this earrings thing, I'll probably just edit in the description or edit in the subtitles. Instead of Gogeta, it'll say Vegito. But I'm pretty sure that it's Gogeta. Because I'm pretty sure Gogeta is the canon one, where Vegito is the out-of-canon one. But, getting back to this, I think that they would win. Like, it's no-brainer, really. That's magic, so anything he did would counteract. Now, let's see. I think that certain logic has to apply here. In fusion form, I think that Superman's powers would still be on effect to Vegito, or Gogeta, but I think that, heat vision or cold breath, that would still work on Gogeta, but I think that if Gogeta were to attack with, his fists, it would hurt Superman more than it should, because he doesn't have a resistance to that, so the Kryptonian skin wouldn't do anything. In fact, it's kind of like Superman has, 2 layers of skin. There's Kryptonian, and then there's human underneath. And so, right before the punch hits, the Kryptonian skin would be like, screw this, I'm out. And the human skin would be underneath. That's a dumb way of explaining it, but it's, the best thing I can do. He doesn't have those 2 layers, though. That would be stupid. But punching, it would act as if Superman was a human. A human with superpowers. But see, Kryptonian skin is, he doesn't, it's actually a surprisingly common misconception. Superman's suit doesn't do anything. It doesn't, it's not just hey, look, my skin is or my super suit is, deflecting bullets. No, that's his skin. How the suit doesn't just, rip off when the bullets go in, I don't know. But the suit does nothing. As shown on the live-action show, Supergirl. Or just, most continuity. I don't know how the suit holds together. Because I guess really the suit would do a lot in that instance. How would the suit not do anything? Because the suit would be responsible for some of the bullet or whatever. Some of the bullet reflecting. Because if the suit doesn't tear, if the suit doesn't tear, then there's not really any way to get for the bullet to go through. But you'd still, it probably wouldn't absorb all of the bullet's impact, so they'd still feel it, but it's almost as if they don't feel it. So, it would still hurt. It would break their ribs, probably. If it just, it would break their ribs. Or just whatever. It wouldn't maybe cut them, but it would definitely break something. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Goku could annihilate Superman under the correct circumstances. Let's say Goku doesn't have time to prepare, Superman would win. If Superman wouldn't have to impulse, Superman would know what he's doing. He's got super hearing, super sight, whatever the heck that means, and no, I'm not talking about his X-ray vision. There's just no way Superman can lose, really. I mean, in the correct circle, Superman just rushes Goku. Goku will be bombarded and not know what to do. It's a certain circumstance that Superman would win. It's also a certain circumstance that Goku would win. It really depends. Which is what sucks about these, because you're never going to get what you want. And even if we get a definitive answer on who would win in the most realistic circumstance, there's still going to be like, that's wrong. You know, even if the creators of both the people or of both characters just ultimately agree, yeah, that'd be wrong. Everyone's gonna just like, someone's like, nah, that never happened. You know? Dude, I'm out of breath. I've been talking about this for a while. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow and I'm just not gonna have a voice. Where's my freaking cough drop? I think the YouTube editor is down. If I can still do certain things with that editor, if I can still do certain things with the editor, click right here to watch a video YouTube wants you to watch. Click right here to watch a video that I think is interesting. Probably not in any way related to this video. And click right here to subscribe. Like right over right over this area. And have a good day.